top 10 moments of the
Hello
week.
everyone, and welcome back to the Academy League once again. We're in the famous Interlagos, Brazil, and I am joined once again by...
Evan, Mr. Late himself.
Mr. Late. He was 20 minutes late to the race. Part reason why we were late, and also someone was struggling to join the session. So we are a little bit late. By a little bit I mean about half an hour. But we are here, we are in, we are racing. And yeah, so the racing is good now, Evan. The racing is usually good in the Academy League, and as we showed last week, we had a fantastic race last week in USA.
We really did. It was a very enjoyable race around the USA, and this should be another good one to look forward to.
Hopefully, should be. So, all the drivers now coming out on track. And we will start. We have 17 people in today, Evan, which is the most we've seen in quite a while here. So everyone really looking forward to the end of the season here, and hopefully we'll be able to. Hopefully they'll be able to put on a very good show, and we'll be able to commentate our best towards it.
Yeah, and of course the championship fight is
still underway.
Yeah. Again, my English was failing me. It's still underway, and will we get a? Is that Jordi going slowly, just as Mares takes the title?
It could be, but Jordi FIFA at the moment, he has a big fan base. Actually, is brothers with Holland Campion, who was in the freshman league. So yeah, both these drivers both in the Academy League. I know Campion joined first, but both in the Academy League, both in Gavra Racing, but Campion joined first, and Jordi FIFA always has a big fan base behind him. So I wonder if any of the Jordi FIFA family will be joining us in the chat today, as we've got we've got a few drivers actually at the moment, Evan, coming around for their flying laps.
They probably fell asleep waiting on me, but yeah, we have a lot of drivers on flying laps. You don't normally see this track action packed so early. I believe one of the first drivers to come across the line will be Julio.
Let's have a look here. It's Julio.
Oh, someone's
in the wall. Who's in that? Who's that? That's run wide there.
I'm not sure, but I seen it when I was on board with Julio. It's Mares. Oh, it's Mares.
Was it Mares in the wall?
It was. He didn't hit the wall. He was very close to.
Very close to, on the same corner where
Lewis Hamilton 2017.
Yeah, and we may have a spot of rain, maybe, Evan, potentially in this race. I actually raced in the Premier Series on Monday. I actually was in that race. Yeah, it was in that race racing, and it was a wet quali, and that corner there where Mares went off was the exact same. I locked up on that corner and went flying into the wall and crashed down in quali. Didn't even put a time in, but I was going to finish in 7th, but then I lost internet connection. So but yeah, I had a really good start. I started from 16th and go all the way up to 10th. So but yeah, it is proven, Aaron, that we could potentially have a spot of rain. It is looking very, very overcast here at the moment.
It really is. It's very dull indeed.
So it's Julio actually putting off. It's Julio, fastest time at the moment here, having a 194, and also Pope on a 194, but is about 200ths off of. 200ths off of it's Julio's times. It's Julio leading the qualifying at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see when this man here, Evan, Mares, who is coming round into the final sector, let's see what time he can put in here, because he has showed great pace over this Academy League.
Another quick thing just to note is Siscon on the mediums. Of course, if there is rain, these will be the quickest times that we will see. But Siscon on the mediums going for an odd strategy.
Mares has got an invalid lap. Yeah, he had an invalid lap. LFCK. Oh God,
he's out.
Choked in the middle of that. Oh God, LFCKSK is.
Oh yeah, he's gone off. I believe.
Crashed out. Where is it? Oh, it's in sector 2.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought it was
just coming out of turn 5. Just coming out of turn 5, I believe.
Oh, we have another yellow set. Oh no, that's just it's Julio. Oh, has he run out of fuel?
Maybe.
I believe he might have.
But these times, not looking as fast as I've seen in the week so far, Evan. We have had drivers who have actually made their way into the 1:08 1 minute 8 here. I know we're in the Premier Series, Tucson 0208 actually managed to, and I think Shankster as well, and maybe no, I'm just saying because he was one of the few drivers that managed to get into the top into the 1 minute 8s. So it'll be interesting to see whether some of these drivers can.
The Jordy FIFA family train has entered the chat. Hello, Mr. Spetgens. If I pronounce your name wrong, I'm sorry. But...
Peter Spetgens.
Yep, no, I said it wrong. But yeah, we still have a few people to set laps. Darren still has to set a lap. Tonios, Bruzy, and Mares.
And yeah,
shout
Mares.
Out to Natty G.
Yeah, Natty G there in the chat. Yeah, hello. Quite a few people in the show. I got the Jordy FIFA family in, that Jordy FIFA Holland Campion family in.
Yes, Tiger, do keep up.
I'm sorry. So a couple of people out on our laps at the moment. Siscon out at the moment. Darren here. Actually, let's have a look at here. Evan, Darren has come around. Let's see what time he can put in here. DRS open. It's going up to the line, and it was on 8th. Not bad, but not good enough from Darren 686. Only in 8th position at the moment. Tonio's coming around for a lap as well. He's just coming around towards the middle of sector 2. And he took it wide on that curb. Saying Evan here, the track limits aren't very forgiving on this track. Track limits aren't very forgiving, as Tonios has just showed us there that the exit of that corner, if you put it too far wide over the curb, and it isn't even a big curb, you can actually invalidate your lap, and he just showed us there that can actually happen.
Oh, Tonios has binned it, and shout out to Joe Tomlinson.
Frozen cutting it very close to the track limits there.
Started. Tonios is going very, very, very good on the track limits, considering he was in the middle of the grass.
Hi Joe in the chat. Joe from the Freshman League, 2 Freshman League drivers in the chat, both saying hi, hello. You'll be racing here tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8:30.
Self promo. Nothing like a self promo.
It's not.
He's nearly binned it.
Has he done a self promo on the old?
Make sure to check out the podcast and leave any questions in the comments for a Q&A.
Q&A, yes. But make sure you do that. I was just about to say, let's have a look at Mares, but guess what, Evan? He's invalidated his lap once again. Let's have a look here. Oh no, let's have a look at Frozer actually here. Frozer saying, I was speaking to him just in the game chat before the race started, Evan, that he really wasn't, he didn't feel confident.
Jordy Fever's gone 3rd.
Jordy Fever's gone 3rd. Let's have a look. Frozer 5th. So Frozer not doing too bad actually. Frozer saying he wasn't feeling too confident on this track as he had on other tracks.
Still a good lap.
But it is still a decent lap from Frozer 96. Let's have a look here. Jordy FIFA putting in a good lap time as well. He's in 3rd at the moment. It's Julio still leading this qualifying session at the moment, and this ain't looking good for Mares here, Evan.
It really isn't.
But Mares really needs to put in a lap to keep this championship alive if he's going to want to start.
I'll go on board with him and make sure he doesn't invalidate it.
Mares here is really going to have to. He's going to want to secure a championship in Abu Dhabi to really set. Oh, he's gone fastest first sector. Fastest first sector for Mares. Let's keep an eye on him.
Corners.
Let's see if Mares. Oh, Jordy FIFA goes first. 1:19.430 for Jordy FIFA, and I'm sure the Jordy FIFA family will be going crazy right now at home. It's Jordy FIFA now leads us qualifying at the moment at 1:9.4. Let's see what Mares can do as he comes around into his difficult corner, the corner where I crashed out. He hasn't invalidated yet as he comes around. Let's see what his time is in sector 2. Has he gone fastest? Oh no, he hasn't. He hasn't got fastest in sector 2, but he has got a fastest sector 1. Let's see if he can put in a good time. Let's have a look here. Will it be Jordy FIFA, or will Jordy FIFA keep the pole position? Let's have a look here. Mares comes across the line. Oh, and he goes first. A 1:87, and Mares does get into the 1:8s. A brilliant lap time from Mares, and he is back up at the top again, and he is looking like he's going to win this championship.
Improving again.
Jordy FIFA improving again. On my screen, he says he's 3 seconds down, I think.
It was a glitch.
Well, let's have a look here. The Pope, second in the championships on the fastest lap here as well, Evan. Let's have a look here. As he's in one of the most common liveries in this game, the old, is it the sun?
White.
The sunburst?
Well,
the sunburst livery?
He should have a white livery.
Yeah, he is the Pope. So let's have a look here and see the Pope can improve. We'll have a look here and see what he gets coming out of Sector 2, Evan, as he comes down here towards the bottom of the hill. Let's have a look here. This is he got fastest middle sector. Fastest middle sector here. I'm sure that you can tell me in the comments what that corner's called, because I cannot remember the name of it. But as he comes around here, a little bit closer to the grass, let's have a look. Oh no, he's binned it into the pits. So
never mind.
So I thought the Pope, he had fastest middle sector, but he has put it into the pits, and that's interesting because I thought there, Evan, that he may have got maybe a very good lap time there.
Somebody's improved.
Wichter. It was Wichter, I believe. Wichter 90. After he had a really poor race last week, Evan, didn't he? Here, Wichter 90.
He did.
But he's actually come back in, done 5th here, 1 minute 9. So only one driver at the moment. Oh, there's going to be a bit of a wheel-to-wheel battle here. Oh no, they've done it very nicely there. But Mara's the only person at the moment to get into the 1 minute 8, which looks like that can be the sort of the break in time there. I'm not really sure what time Toussaint got yesterday.
Again, Quintero's got second.
But he was qualified fastest, and Quintero 1 minute 9, almost breaking into the 1 minute 8s here, but he actually got the fastest last sector, Evan. The fastest last sector for Quintero. I'm not sure about his other sectors, but that was a very, very good lap from him, and that's actually put him in second position ahead of Jordi FIFA.
And you were just reminded that corner is that Glock corner. And
Glock corner, yes, it was.
It does have an official name, but again, I don't know.
It's Glock corner.
Tiger. It was raining. It's hardly a fair comparison.
Yeah, it's Glock. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was too fair actually.
Somebody just getting a cheeky plug in the chat. Subscribe to Boa F1 and Thunder 505 Gaming and Natty G1.
Let's have a look at Siscon here. He's actually going 9/10ths quicker. Let's see what
Still
time he could.
Oh no, he's on the softs.
It looks really good actually. Oh, and he only goes 10th. It was
very disappointing in the end.
It was looking good for Siscon. He was 9/10ths up, but only getting 10th. And quite a lot of drivers improving here. But let's have a look. It's Julio is coming round on a flying lap. He's just started his flying as he goes through turn 1 and 2, and I think that might be, yes, that's an invalidation. You could see there just as he ran over the edge of the curb, it invalidated his lap. And let's see actually here, Evan, is anybody between 4th and 8, will they come out here for a flying lap at the end of the session? Because they all maybe have a chance to improve.
I think Jordi FIFA could definitely improve. That was a quick time, and
the Pope as well, maybe.
Improve. And the Pope, and somebody's actually coming out here.
I think it's Jordi FIFA, maybe? It looks like it. Yes,
it looks
Jordi
like
FIFA.
His livery.
Yeah, I think it is Jordi FIFA has come out. Froze are actually improving, Evan. Actually moved up from 9th to 7th. Went a 10th quicker, a 1 minute 9.7 here. And has moved himself up into 7th position.
Yeah, and Mahrez, can he improve on that time? That was a voice crack and a half. Can he improve on that time? Because
it's doing
he said he set a very, very quick lap time in America, and can he
that's unlucky for Ellison. I was just riding on board with Ellison there, going faster, having a faster time there, improving, and just a massive bunch of oversteer and losing it just before Glock corner.
Oh, it's not called that.
Yes, but we're calling it that because it's where Glock in the wet slid off, and then Hamilton won the championship, and that was the greatest moment ever. But yes, Glock corner. Go back to 2008 Brazil race.
I know, but you said that was the greatest moment ever.
Yes,
greatest
it was.
Moment ever.
Greatest moment ever was when
Vettel on the last lap.
That was quite a great moment. That was actually quite a great moment. There were so many great moments. But let's have a look here at Jordi FIFA.
The Whipmeister has withered out of the session.
The whip. Oh god, that was that was awful. That was bad. That withered out. Let's have a look. Actually, Jordi FIFA. Is anyone else coming round on a flying lap? Tonio's not far behind him. Hampton invalidating his lap. Who's that as well? Darren is coming around a bit. I think Jordi FIFA at the moment, Evan, looks like he's the man at the moment who is out on the flying lap. Let's have a look here and see what time he could put in. It's nicely down there, down into second. As he comes around that corner, he powers out of it quite nicely there, actually, Evan. Not much understeer. Oversteer, sorry.
Corner.
Kaya, yeah, we're calling it Glock corner. As he comes down round into... almost losing it into Glock corner. He couldn't find... Almost... We're calling it Glock corner. As he comes round here, and he goes up the hill here. I don't think after that spill, Evan, I don't think it's gonna be an improvement.
No, I don't think it's gonna be an improvement.
No, it isn't. It isn't an improvement. Jordi FIFA. Let's have a look at Tonio's. Oh, he doesn't improve. He was 900ths down in his time, so not improving enough here. Let's have a look here. Ellison was 5/10ths up, but again invalidating his lap and finding those track limits. Bruzy, I think,
6 seconds slower, never mind.
Bruzy is down on his time. Let's have a look here. It's Giulio coming out here as well. Quintero coming out for another lap as well. And Jordi FIFA looks like he's going back at it again for another lap.
Bruce's chances of pole position. He's pulling off to
the Pope. Let's have a look at the Pope here. He's coming around the final corner. He's 3/10ths up on his time. Where would he go? And he goes second at 1:09 flat for Pope. And it shows why he is second in the championship, and he's second here in this qualifying. A brilliant time from Pope here. Jordi FIFA just comes round Glock corner as he comes up now comes around the last few corners here, high-speed corner, and he's going to really pick up speed as he picks up the DRS a little bit on the outside, using those track limits, and it isn't enough for Jordi FIFA. Let's have a look. It's Giulio, maybe. Oh, no, it's Giulio's attempt down. Could it be Victor 90 may get involved as well? Let's have a look. RCA also might get involved as well here, Evan. There's now 38 seconds left. It's Giulio looking to get involved. He's attempt down, though, here. Oh, Jordi FIFA's out. A big blow for the Jordi FIFA and Holland Campion family.
He wasn't on the lap anyway, so...
He wasn't on the lap anyway, but he could have
made... He wasn't going to get around.
So Jordi FIFA... potentially only finishing 5th, but we'll have to see when these other drivers come in.
Here comes Giulio on the straight.
Oh, he's a little bit down, I don't think. He improved by a 10th. It's Giulio getting into the 1:08s, and it wasn't looking like a good time, but he's absolutely milked the car dry in that last sector, and has got a fastest last sector.
Mares isn't going to get around for a last lap.
Into the 1:09s, and Mares... Sorry, the 1:08.9. So Mares, I think, is going to win this qualifying session. Let's see if Quintero's a 10th up here. Evan, Quintero's a 10th up.
Victor pulls into the pits.
Quintero could potentially snatch a 3rd or a 2nd. Let's have a look here as he comes down the hill. Out of sector 2, he's 900s down, picking the apex nicely through Glock corner as he goes up now towards the top of the hill. He's invalidated his lap, I believe. I think he's invalidated his lap.
Has he? I don't think he has.
On my screen it says he's invalidated his lap. Yeah. It wasn't an improvement anyway. So, I believe that's it. Unless Siscon, maybe? Siscon looks like he's on a flying lap. Getting caught. Mares! Evan Mares here, putting in another fastest lap time on 1:08.6. A brilliant lap time from Mares.
On my screen, he was on his out lap.
Sometimes it does that, but that is an amazing lap time from Mares, the championship leader. A huge lap time. Can Siscon, I don't think he's going to improve. It doesn't look like it.
No, he's 11 seconds slow.
So that is your final grid here for this Academy League race. Mares wins the qualifying session and gets pole, and will start at the front of the grid going into turn 1. And what a dangerous turn 1 it is. It is tight. S is going down the hill and then straight down into a DRS zone. So it is going to be very interesting to see what happens here. as we are just coming towards the end of this now, and we'll be ready to start in the race.
Gone to get into his garage.
Let's have a look and see what everyone's saying. Yeah, that is a really good lap time for Mares.
It's all about race pace. Is correct.
I like the yes. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sir. But yes, that is the meme is unreal.
Which one?
Yes,
is it?
It's yes to you. That is just yes. It is all about race pace now. Qasim is your name. I like the comment from before about that. Let me add a little bit of spice. 90 justified comment quality content. Who? Ah, it's Cryptech. Yes. Hi, Cryptech. Ah, Cryptech. Hello.
As we get ready for the
yes,
races. How many laps is it?
I believe it will only be around about 40. It'd be in the teens.
It's a very short lap around here, though, so it's a quick enough race, but you really have to take the chances while you can.
Definitely is. We are just getting ready now to start up, and we will be going around on the formation lap. But Mares here, Evan, is really going to need a good start, especially to keep that position going into turn 1.
Definitely, it's all about the launch on this turn 1.
Will be interesting.
If you don't get a decent launch, and they're already past you down into turn 1, it's not going to be too good of a race for you.
It's not going to be great. Mares actually here, Evan, starting on the outside, getting an outside line into this first corner. So it's going to be interesting to see. Is it Giulio behind him actually breaking up the two championship rivals at the moment in qualifying? So it's going to be interesting to see here. Is the Pope going to be looking for a good start as well here to try and get a jump on It's Giulio, who will actually have the advantage here, Evan, as I believe he will be starting from it would be having the inside line going into turn 1.
He will, but he's run very wide on this formation
lap. He has
lap.
run very wide. He's managed to rejoin back nice and safely, though. Luckily, there's no damage off in qualifying, but Jody Feet will be looking to get a good start as well. RCA, actually, having had a really good qualifying there as well, actually getting himself up into 5th. Good end to the qualifying there, and 18 laps of this race. So could we see rain? Give us rain to give us a little bit of spice for this race. That's what we need.
I don't think there's rain on the forecast.
If you don't know what we're on about, if you don't know what I'm on about, go and check out the top 10 moments of the week, episode 2, where we've got a few F1 and just the normal spicy memes in there for everyone. So, did you watch it, Evan?
I did.
Good. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Good. But just all the cars are lining up now. Look, and you see here, Evan Mares. I see Evan Mares is going to have the outside line going into the first corner. So it's Giulio's really going to have a good launch out of that first corner to get that outside line into that second corner. Here. It's really going to have to be as the lights countdown here in Brazil. And it's lights out and away we go. And it's a really good start for Mares. Oh, and it's Giulio's looking down the inside. Oh, he's got wheel to wheel with Pope. Oh, he's got wheel to wheel with Pope as they go into the inside line here. No, it's 3 wide. Oh, someone spun out at the back. Who is it? It's Siscon. Oh, and there's been a huge collision, and it's Ellison and Bruzy as well. And it was 3 wide into turn 2. 3 wide into turn 2, and that was going to end catastrophic in the end, going 3 wide into turn 2. But a brilliant start from Frozen, a brilliant start from Pope, getting himself up into 2nd position, going wheel to wheel into turn 2 and 3 with It's Giulio, and a brilliant start from those two drivers. Oh, someone's off in the back, and it's Devil's Angel. unfortunate. That's big wing damage for the car there, and he's going to have to rejoin. A lot of these drivers here at the back, Evan, a lot of wing damage, but that's what happens when you go 3 wide into turn 2 and 3, and that was horrible at the back then. I'm surprised we haven't had a safety car here, as Mahrez getting a brilliant start, almost opening the gap out to now a second. It's Julio, and Mahrez looking so dominant again here in the Academy League.
Some of the back markers were 4 wide into turn 2.
Someone got very close to... Who was that there? My camera's stuck. It was, I believe... Oh! Froza looking at the back of Quintero! There's a bit of collision! Oh, that was naughty defending from Quintero. He's going to have to give RCA a bit of space here.
Not allowed to
Froza,
do that.
sorry, that was a bit of dirty defending there from Quintero. That was naughty, and he may have to give... Oh, Darren's out. Darren out of this race. Did he have a collision? Oh, he's out. He spun out after turn 5. Safety car. So now, I believe, Evan, that we may see most of the drivers come in here for a... set of mediums. I think it's going to look like it. Devil's Angel.
To the end.
Devil's Angel opting for a set of hards, certifying his end of the race here, and he actually won't fall that far back from the back of the grid here, Evan, because the rest of these drivers are going to have to come all round and catch up to the back of the safety car.
And the 2 championship leaders in first and second.
First, definitely. It's going to be very interesting to see. Oh, Mahrez comes in. So Mahrez opting. Pope hasn't. Pope hasn't pit. It's Julio's in. Who else is in here? Froza's in. RC8's in. Jordi FIFA's in. Tonio's is in. Victor's in. Hampton's in. Who else is going to come in here? Ellison and LFC KSK Siscon have all come in a lap before. Evany, they've all come in a lap before because they all had damage. So what a boost this could be for those top drivers, as all of those drivers already pitting here. Oh, no, I don't think they had. I think they pit from... Did they pit?
No, they didn't pit. No.
Oh, I thought they had
Devil's Angel pit on lap 1.
Only Devil's Angel pitting on lap 1, so they could have maybe...
get some positions.
So they could have maybe taken an advantage here, and it looks like Devil's Angel actually will potentially get a few positions, but it's not going to be many, as he was really far behind here.
Brucey was held in the pits, but Siscon had a 10-second time penalty in the box.
Oh,
so
that's unlucky
been
here.
Held up for ages.
That's unlucky. There's a bit of lag back at the front again. It's not great here between... We'll just ignore that. Between Quintero and Pope. As them 4 drivers here at the top, Evan. Pope, Quintero, and LFC KSK and Mahrez. Not Mahrez, sorry. And Ellison. All having to pit again. Devil's Angel has lagged out, I believe. So Devil's Angel out. Brucey's going to come round and is going to be out. Did Victor lag out? How unfortunate for Victor, as he was looking very promising here in this race, getting a good qualifying. So going to have to see what happens. And so we're just waiting for everyone to come round now and join the back of the safety car.
I think it's a bit of a bad strategy call by the front 4, but of course they will have a lot quicker tyres at the end of the Grand Prix.
They will indeed. So, have them drivers come in? No, they haven't.
No, they stayed out.
So
they're going to stay out.
It looks like here. I think someone caught a bit of damage there. It looked like a bit of damage came off someone's car. But it looks like here, Evan, that maybe the Pope, Quintero, LFC, KSK, and Ellison are going to try and get the jump on the start to maybe get a gap open enough to make a good enough pit stop for the rest of these drivers.
Definitely one of the main things to notice is will Mahrez get held up by, say, the likes of LFC, KSK, because there is only really 2 overtaking opportunities around this track.
There is, so we'll have to see. There's all the drivers now coming towards the end of the lap, so we'll have a look and see who is going to... Oh, Hampton picks up a 5-second penalty to collide with Jordi FIFA. Oh, and Jordi FIFA's on the wall. I don't know if he's got any damage, but Jordi FIFA's fallen all the way back, and that's going to be big blow for the Jordi FIFA family, and they'll probably be commenting right now in pure anger and rage at there. I'm not sure what happened. Let's have a look here and see what everyone's saying in the chat before we do restart. Do we have a safety car in, Evan?
I believe we do.
Do we have a safety car in? Are we green flag racing? It's a go, go, go. Oh, someone's got a brilliant start. Is it, oh, it's Ellison going for a dive down the inside. Oh, he's going down the inside of LSC KSK. Can he get the pass done? Oh, and he does, but KSK one's wide. This could open up the opportunity now. Frozer and RC8 going wheel to wheel. Here's RC8 now looking for Kabak Mares, getting the move done. Can he get the move done down the inside of LFC KSK? And he does. Runs very, very wide. Runs very, very wide. Frozer looking for a move around the outside. Oh, there's big collision. Who is that? Who's the car in white? I believe it was. Oh, it was a collision to Tonios again. So Tonio's having another collision. Maris getting around Ellison round the outside. Can he get the pass done? A brilliant move again from Mares. Can he go again? Oh, Ellison going into the back of him a little bit. May have picked up a little bit of damage. Siscon and Hampton going at the back. Who is that? It's Julio. LFC KSK dropping back here. I believe someone has lagged out. It's Darren who's lagged out here.
He's already out of the race.
Darren's already out of the race, so it's Julio now going up the hill. Mares gaining on the back of Quintero. So Pope getting a big lead, getting the fastest lap of the session, but he is going to have to pit along with the likes of Quintero. So this could be very, very good for Mares here. As Mares getting around Ellison, also got around LSC KSK on that opening lap. Mares maybe going for a move. Is he going to look for an inside? No, he backs off. Backs off here, Mares. Wise move here. Wise move here from the championship leader, LFC KSK, and RC8 getting around. Oh, Frozer! Frozer's into the wall! Frozer is into the wall, and how unfortunate for Frozer is he's dropped all the way back here, and he is in the wall. I'm not sure what happened there, but that is unfortunate for Frozer. As Mares here gaining on the back of Quintero, but Quintero's having a lot of lag, so it's going to be interesting to see as Brucey and Hampton getting around each other here at the back, and there's a big bunch up here in the middle. It looks like LFC KSK is being gained on here by RCA and also Tonios in that battle as well with his wing damage. Oh, let's have a look here as Mares. Is Mares going to look for a move here? He's going to go for an inside. No, he's going for an outside. Let's have a look here. Oh, defending really deep here. DRS now enabled. Can Mares maybe go for an out? Oh, he falls onto the grass. Oh, he's forced onto the grass here. Is he going to go for him down the inside? Maybe around the outside? It's close here between those two, and it's maybe not going to work out as Mares will now have DRS. Will he look for an inside line, maybe? Yes, and he gets the pass done. Mares back up into second position, and he'll now be hunting down Pope at the front. Pope on the faster tyres, but Mares will not have to pit, whereas the likes of Pope, Quintero, Ellison, and LFC KSK will all have to pit here. And it's a collision at the back. Who's off? It's
LFC KSK.
It is LFC KSK off at the back here.
He will most definitely probably be pitting at the end of this lap.
Oh, Evan. Pope has damage. Front left end plate. The Pope has front left end plate damage. Now, this could be very, very good for Mares in the championship. And I don't think... Actually, I'm not sure whether he'll be able to wrap it up here or not. I'm not... someone, maybe X-Natty, maybe in the... Someone else in the comments could maybe... Or you, Evan, can maybe do a quick... a calculation for me. Just to figure out whether Mares might be... If Mares can get a good, big enough points gap, he'll be able to win the championship here in Brazil. As Jordi FIFA trying to work his way back up the pack here as he's taken Brucey into the first corner. Ooh, look how close Mares is behind. Evan, look how close Mares is behind Pope now.
He's really close behind, and this is not really Pope's strategy at all here, because he's now losing a lot of time.
I think Pope really should have pit under the safety car. I think that would have been the best move for Pope, as he would have been able to work his way back up the pack. Oh, Quintero's out. Quintero's spun out on the grass, and he's going to come out just in front of RC8. Him and RC8 are going to go wheel to wheel. Oh, there's a big crash. Oh, there's a wheel gone.
Big crash. Quintero's out.
Huge crash for Quintero. Is that a safety car? That has to be a safety car.
That has to be. That's a massive crash.
Surely that's a safety car here.
His car's in the middle of the track.
A big crash for Quintero and straight into the wall. How is that not a safety car, Evan? Is Mares going for a move down the inside
Goes
of
down
Pope?
the inside.
And he gets the pass done. Pope having a lot of lag here and managing to get himself back up into first position. That should have been a safety car. In real life, that would have been a safety car. I don't know how it was.
I don't know how that wasn't a safety car.
Apparently Pope needs to finish here, Evan, 7th or higher to keep it alive. To keep it alive. So
he just beat me at the maths.
Could potentially here Mares win the championship because the Pope has to pit for another set of tyres. He cannot go to the end of the race on those softs here, Evan. And, I don't think he can. He hasn't pit. No, he hasn't. Him and Ellison both haven't pit. And he also has wing damage. So whether he's going to go and risk repairing that wing damage, and he would actually, Evan, come out behind 7th place. He would.
I believe he'd come out on about 12th.
So,
the yellow flag on sector 1.
Can Mares potentially nick the championship here, or will Pope keep it alive to Abu Dhabi next week? Abu Dhabi will be our final track next Wednesday, same time, same place. Mares putting in fastest lap times, and he is gonna be able to take the lead. But this could be something to talk about on the podcast here. Mares winning the championship. Ellison, it's Julio going wheel to wheel. I think RC8's going to get involved as well, as he's going to try and maybe look for an inside line down the inside of Ellison.
Oh,
maybe
Julio's
here.
It's
Julio's one wide. No, but it's RC8 here, Evan, trying to look. He's looking all over the back of Ellison, maybe. No, I think he's a little bit far behind. Oh, no, he may be going down.
Inside.
It looks like he was going down the inside. Oh, Ellison running really wide. Oh, no, he doesn't. It's lag. I think it's lag. A bunch of lag here for Ellison, and RC8 getting the move on Tonios as well. I think Ellison has wing damage. Oh, someone's off in the grass. It's RC8.
RC8
ran very wide into that corner and is off the track after all of that overtaking. Evan, he went off into the grass. Oh, him and Jordy FIFA having a go now.
Pope is in.
Pope is in now. Let's have a look here. This is for the championship, maybe. Let's have a look and see whether Pope will come out. Is he going to fix the wing? He does. He fixed the wing. He fixes the wing.
About 7 seconds.
He comes in on the mediums. Oh, where is he going to come out? Devil's Angel's too far behind. He's going to come out in 9th, I believe, because I think Devil's Angel is
Ellison's pit. He's going to get 8th.
So it's 8th. So he's 9 seconds. So Evan here, Pope has to make up 9 seconds to 10 seconds now. He has to make up 10 seconds to keep the championship alive to Abu Dhabi. Can he do it? This is going to be amazing at the end of this race.
Just one thing to note, Brazil 2008 championship leaders were in 1st and 8th position. The exact same things happened here.
So we could see maybe a repeat. Could we get a little bit of rain before the end? Could we see anything happen on Glock Corner? Oh, we only hope. We hope for something to happen on Glock Corner. And I believe, does he have to finish above 7th, or can he finish on 7th?
I'm not sure. I'll get... Mares is on 88, and he's most likely to win this Grand Prix. And then, is it 4 points for 8th position?
I believe so. Yes, it is. 4 points for 8th position. And but we need to think about also, Evan, it would have to be. Yeah, it would have to be whether he could get enough points next race to.
He has to finish 6th if he
has to finish 6th. So Pope having to make up 9 seconds, then another 3 seconds, 12 seconds here, Evan, of time to then overtake RC8 and get that 6th position.
And that's not. He can gain the time, but he still has to make an overtake because we have a yellow flag in sector 3.
He does. What would help the Pope right now here, Evan, would be a safety car, as he is on 8 lap fresher tyres. Oh, someone's off in Glock Corner. Who is it? Oh, it's Julio. No, it's Mares. It's Mares and it's Julio, both off in Glock Corner. Mares going off there. I don't think he picked up any damage, just off into the grass. Someone's gaining on someone, I believe.
Pope is gaining really, really quickly.
Oh, Jordy FIFA all over the back of Siscon. both lagging inside of each other, but I think Jordy Fever's going to get the pass done. And he does after the bit of lag there. But Evan, oh no, Jordy Fever's ran wide. Oh, it's going to be close there as they both come back onto the track. But Jordy Fever is going to have to give that position back as I believe he did cut the corner quite a bit there. And I think a lot of people are lagging out here, and I'm not really sure whether that's their internet or whether it's just due to maybe PlayStation servers.
Oh, it's Julio's left.
So, there's
Antonio's is left.
Oh, I think something has happened here. Tonios is gone. Pope's gone.
They're all lagging out.
We're going to have a race restart.
The race is going to be restarted, isn't it?
Oh, no. Are we going to have a race restart?
Yeah, it's safety. There's a safety car now for some reason.
There is. I'm not sure who it was, but that is going to be big. That was going to be big, Evan, for the championship. Pope was going to have to make up 8 seconds.
Oh, unless they just do a 5-lap sprint to the end and they put everybody in the positions they were in. But this driver's pitting as if it's a safety car, but
yeah. Oh, how unfortunate!
There's only about 6 drivers left.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have we're having a race restart, Evan. We are having a race restart here. So, while
the full
I'm not too sure if I can just have a Gavra, if you could just give me a just an idea of what's going to happen in terms of that. I believe it will be a custom grid. Yes, welcome to my home screen. You know what? We're going to do a time trial while we wait, Evan. We're going to go in the Mercedes. Here we go, everyone. We're going to witness another time trial, another race restart, and another time trial here.
As everybody's pretty much out of the Grand Prix.
Let's have a look. Ah, hello. Right, everyone. You're gonna I'm just keeping the old viewers entertained here, Evan. I'm doing a if you want to have a look on the stream, Evan, you can see my amazing hot lap that's about to happen in the Merc. Also, I've got traction control and medium anti-lock brakes on, so let's have fun with this. There we go, let's have a look.
Yeah, the race is pretty much broken. It will have to be restarted. Everybody's out. Pope's actually up to 4th, by the way.
Oh, I invalidated my lap! I've turned anti-lock brakes off. Screw that. Oh, I invalidated my lap. How stupid am I? Here we are. I'll give you guys a track run through what's going to happen. So we'll just ignore Glock corner for now. So you come up the hill here. So if we are I'm just going to race like we are if you're in the academy cars. Well, they're actually racing multiplayer cars, but so let's have a look here as we come up. You really can actually brake here at the 50-meter board, down into 2nd. Nicely through there. You really want to be careful of those exceeding track limits. And open up the DRS. And then here you could probably brake between the 100 and the 50-meter board. I've actually massively screwed that up. Taking it wide a little bit there. Back at the 50-meter board again. Down into 2nd. Maybe up into 3rd a little bit.
Mares
hold
is
it
still racing. He's
quite nicely. He's not going to be happy.
No, he really isn't, unless they do.
I was fastest in sector 1, but I've lost the 10th. Coming down towards Glock corner now. Oh, massive chunk of oversteer. I've actually screwed it. As we come around now, up the hill. And across the line. So that was my lap time. My fastest lap time on that track is a 1:09.9, which is
still a good time.
It's not great, to be fair. It's not great.
Do you have any information on what's the plan for the restart?
I will. Give me 2 seconds. I will tell you exactly what's happening. I believe we're going to have a custom grid of all the drivers and where they qualified, I believe. I'm going to have a look here.
So will it be the full 18 laps, or?
I'm not too sure. I'm just finding out now. I'm going to quickly grab a quick drink because my mouth is... Hello, I'm back again. Hello, everyone. Right, so, oh, Natty is here. Is Evan gone? We are still on stream. Hello, everyone. So we are back. Just give me one. Spectate. So we are actually here, if everyone is still with us, going to have a full race restart. So, Evan's internet's gone. So, X90, are you here to join me?
I am here. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we are still on stream, by the way. The stream is still going. Brazil seems to be a little bit cursed this week, Natty.
Yeah, it does. We had the Super League safety car incident as well.
Mm-hmm. It does. It seems to be a little bit cursed this week, but gonna be able to get back up to some racing very soon. Nick, are you in the session or do you need an invite?
No, you're able.
Yeah, will do. Did you witness my horrendous hot laugh?
I'm disappointed you didn't use my setup. Yeah.
I did use your setup.
Shocking. Oh, did you?
I did. Yeah, no, I did use your setup. If you want any setup videos for any of the tracks, make sure you go to X90. Is it X90G1?
It is.
It is. Go and check out X90G1 on YouTube, where he has all setup videos for dry and wet tracks. For every single track, so go and check that out. And he also has some quality hide and seek content on there as well, so go make sure you go and check that out. But while you're here, why don't you go and subscribe to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel as well? We are edging ever so closer to that 1,000 subscribers mark. We are now on 838. So a lot of people subscribing, and thank you to subscribing to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel. And while you're here, make sure all 23 of you go and like the video. I can only see 5 likes. It's not good enough. I want 23 likes. Also, make sure you go and check out Instagram and Twitter pages, where I run both of those. Make sure you go and check out the GT Sport race tomorrow at is it 6 o'clock, I believe?
Yeah, 6 o'clock UK time.
Is it not? Is it 6 o'clock or 6:30?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So yeah, go and check out the GT Sport race where Natty will be over there.
I will.
Commentating. I will be driving. And yeah, and then go and check out the tomorrow at 8:30. As usual, we'll be back in Brazil, the Curse track, for a freshman league race where X90G will be racing, and I will be commentating. So it's a bit weird how we jump backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
One race in the morning, you're commentating, I'm racing, and then in the afternoon race, you're racing, I'm commentating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I mean, then 2 Saint races in the GT Sport as well. So, and then he's commentating with me. So it's like it's a bit strange, but we should hopefully be able to get back underway very soon. If any of you have any questions that you need to ask, no, we are restarting. By the way, Piero, we are restarting. If anybody has any questions that they would like to ask about about the whole of Gavra Racing, about anything to do with racing in general, anything with F1, and if you'd like to ask me, Natty, or Toussaint a question, make sure you head over to the Discord and go to the Q&A chat and just pop your question in there, and we will answer it in next week's podcast, or this week's podcast, sorry, which should be going up on Sunday, doesn't it, Natty? Yes?
Yeah, Sunday.
So yeah, make sure you go and check that out. Make sure you go follow Instagram, Twitter pages. I think I already said that. And I believe there is a new league that we are starting where we're asking for a small donation towards the league to actually enter into this race. It'd be highly appreciated if you would put the money in and come and join us in that league. We're looking for some talented drivers to give up their time and to come race with us in that league. We haven't got much details on it at the moment, but I think it is. You are able to sign up now, and you're not in. Put the money into it. So it should be all over on the website, or just have a ask wherever in the Discord, and we'll give you information. Or message me on Instagram, and I'll find out for you. But yeah, just waiting for everyone to start. I've finished all my plugs now. I've got nothing else to say. I think we're starting a new lobby again. Oh, you're joking.
You got Tiger. You have commentating with a lot of guys, but which one do you prefer?
Watch out, they are all listening. You know, they're all great commentators. You can't defy a commentator. They all have their separate individual qualities. I think I put that in the best way possible.
The best keep everyone happy.
Froza had a collision with It's Julio. Froza, did you? I mean, if you want to put it in the claims chat, I mean, it won't matter too much because we are restarting. But if you feel like it was a big issue, then pop it in the claims. Pop it in the chat as a claims chat. Yeah. Yes, I think I'm going to do that, actually. That's a good point to someone made in the comments, Natty. I'm going to give you 2 invites.
Okay, don't worry, my Wi-Fi it won't cut out this time. That's a promise.
Okay. I was in his inside and he just cut me off. But yeah, racing is racing. These things happened. Definitely, and there was actually a lot of people lagging in that race. Like, I don't know if you noticed that, Natty, when you were watching the stream.
Yeah.
It must have been the session, because there was just a ton of people just lagging all over the place. Hopefully we'll be able to start soon.
Hopefully, I mean, we've got 16 drivers.
16 drivers. If anyone in the chat, right, ever wants, we are not sure. We should be starting as soon as all the drivers are in, everyone. But if you ever want a very good source of entertainment, make sure you go and hop into a unranked lobby in F1, okay? And you will find your instant source of entertainment during lockdown. I mean, I'm telling you, unranked lobbies are... Well, there's something. Let's just say turn 1. Actually, Nat, you can explain turn 1 on an unranked lobby.
I don't think there is a way to describe turn 1 in any unranked lobby. It's just complete carnage all the time.
That's why we come into Gavra Racing and do these professional races. It's perfectamundo. Thank you to all 21 people. 21 people watching. I hope there's 21 likes. There's only 10. What are you doing? No, don't disappear because you don't want to like. I would like. No, we're actually we're not doing a one-shot quali. We're actually doing a custom grid. So what happened is everyone who had a custom grid during qualifying, it shouldn't be a one-shot quali. Why is it a one-shot quali?
Unless they're having difficulties loading up the customizing the grid, because it's happened before. Sometimes the game can glitch out while customizing the grid.
Seems like Brazil and PlayStation and Codemasters are just not getting along this week. I think apparently PlayStation was down.
Don't know. I know there's been quite a few games that are
that have gone down. Yeah, I've noticed. If anyone plays Grand Theft Auto 5, that game went down, and I don't know if is it still down.
I don't think so.
It went down for about a day because they had so many people playing it. Obviously, because of the circumstances that we're all in this lockdown period, everyone's just playing games. So I mean, what else? What other way can you spend your time in, Natty?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to do. Everything's
really
pretty much shut.
Yeah,
Apparently in the academy chat, they're having a one-shot quali.
They're having a one-shot quali. Interesting. But PlayStation have said you make series somewhat slower or delayed game downloads because we're working on IPs to manage download traffic. We believe this is an important part of our address internet stability concerns. An unpredicted number of people are staying at home and practicing social distancing. So yeah, slower connection speeds because lots of people on servers.
I believe there were 17 drivers when you started last time. We've only got 15 still, so I don't know who we're waiting on.
It's going to be so late at night when we finish this race. Oh, we apologise to everyone who is from a different country. The likes of you Italians, Mexicans. We've got a Mexican in here. Portuguese, Netherlands, Swedish, Belgium. Yeah, you guys from the Netherlands, I apologise, but it's going to probably be past midnight by the time this race ends. We need to do something. We need something to happen, please. Let's have a look here. Natty, what is your favourite track on the grid? Or what is your favourite track out of the calendar?
Oh, favourite track. I've got to go with home ground Silverstone, I think, for me.
Oh, the old home ground. The English are the best-ish in all of the landish. Oh, we still have 15 drivers in. Your most hated track on the calendar, or sorry, let me put it differently. Your least favorite.
Least favorite, probably.
I think I know what it is.
I think you do know what it is. I'm going to go with Russia.
Yeah,
Russia.
Russia.
For me, I just don't really enjoy that track. It's not a Grand Prix you remember.
No, not really. Yeah. It's I think should be starting soon-ish, hopefully, maybe. What do you reckon? Do you reckon your favourite track is your most comfortable track, or do you reckon you have a more comfortable track, you feel more confident in?
I have favourites. Oh, I say some of my favourites are my fastest and comfortable tracks.
Yeah. Oh, I know you got good fast. You got Natty actually here. Everyone, Natty's big famous right now. Has got the Gavra Racing lap record on Germany. So if you go to the website, okay, click on the little 3 bars in the top right left hand corner. Go all the way down to stats. Go to F1, then go to circuits. Yeah. If you go to circuits, find Germany, click on Germany, you will see X90G, fastest lap, and what was it, a 1 minute 14.5. So if anyone could beat a 1 minute 14.5 on Germany, you've beaten the Gavra Racing X90G lap records. So, we're starting. 17 seconds, 16. So I think we actually are going for a one-shot quali here, Natty. So we're going to have to really do some fast commentary.
It appears to be a clear session as well, so no rain or any weather changes.
I don't think we were actually going to have any rain in the race. To be honest, I think that's why Gavra has done this. But I have to see. What's your most hated corner on this track?
I'm gonna probably turn. I'm not. It's not. I don't hate the track as a whole, but my least favorite corner would probably. Well, I don't really have a least favorite, but the one I don't like is turn one, because if you get it wrong, it just messes up your line for turn two, and then you lose a lot of momentum on the straight. So that's probably my least favorite
Okay.
corner.
Turn one.
Turn one.
The first corner. It's not great.
I mean,
is
I
it?
don't.
It's not great, is it? Going into the track, first corner.
I like the track. I do like the circuit, but I'd say if I had to pick one, it'd be turn one.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you which one's my hated corner. I don't know what number corner it is.
Is it the one you crashed in the Premier Series?
It is that corner. Yes, I actually god awful hate it. Right, everyone is off. Everyone is off now here, and let's have a look and see. So you'll start to see the grid times, if you've ever seen a one-shot quali, will just go absolutely mental. But I believe I know the two people here, Natty, if you were watching the race, I think you were.
Yeah.
You'll see the two men here, I believe, will probably be taking first and second, and it looks like they're already doing this. But these drivers are going to be careful here, Natty, because if they go slightly over those curbs, invalid lap.
Definitely, and some drivers may benefit from this qualifying as well, depending on how they do compared to their original qualifying session before we restarted.
Definitely, and it's also going to help maybe the likes of Pope here, Natty, as you saw that he had to make up around about a 10-second gap to get into the points so he could actually keep the championship alive. And now it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen in this race. And I think is Pope going to take it? Could Maris be stripped of his podium that he got in qualifying? No, he isn't, and he gets a 189. Look how close the gap is. That is so close. And there was a lot of people DQ'd because I think they all got invalid lap times. But that is so close. But Maris again pulling out the fastest lap. And he is showing some great pace here in the Academy League. But yes, there is your qualifying grid. It was a little bit quick, but those top 10 drivers were the only drivers to put in lap times. The rest of these drivers here, all invalid laps, and really, really unfortunate here, Natty, for the likes of Victor and Frozer, who both had really, really good qualifying sessions. They were up in 5th and 6th or 7th, I believe, and all the way down now in 11th and 12th.
Yeah, it's going to have to be almost a comeback drive from those guys who got their laps invalidated. 0.026 seconds between first and second.
First and second, and first and second in the championship as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the championship really could get spicy towards the end. So we'll have to find out and see. See now as we are waiting now to get round and start this race once again. Another 18 laps of this race. So I think we're about to come round onto the formation lap. Once everyone is loaded in. So out on the old formation lap once again.
Just noticed Step hasn't moved from the grid. He's still.
Ooh, who is Step? He wasn't in the.
I was gonna say.
He wasn't in the race. Do we have a imposter?
I'm not sure. But this will be interesting because when the other guys come round to finish their formation lap, he's going to still be sat on the grid.
I think we've got a few imposters, I believe, here. Natty.
Are we going to get another restart, maybe?
Oh, please hope we don't.
It's the same thing happened at Belgium in the Freshman League.
Where we had a few people join who weren't actually in the league.
Yeah.
I believe it's just to do with the settings. I know it. What I think what needs to be done is because I lagged out last time and I only actually received, I think, a few invites per person needs to be sent out, because if definitely having out of friends only would be all right, but obviously then you'll get the likes of, oh, I think we're having another restart.
I think we're having another restart. Yeah.
Oh, it's gone from bad to worse.
Leaders have finished their formation lap, and then we're going to have to wait for Step to do his lap unless we have another restart.
It's gone from bad to worse.
What else could happen?
Oh, you're joking, man.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, no, wait, we're starting, I believe, but I don't, there's a few drivers that have left. Are we I think we're starting?
I think
we're
going.
we're going, okay, we're going. And it's final lights. And it's lights out and away we go. And Mara's off to a decent start here. It's not as bad as it was last time, but Pope's really going to be attacking him into the first corner. And there's Jordy Fever getting a move. Oh, there's 5 wide at the back. Oh my God, there was 5. Oh, there's the contact. There's contact in the middle. Contact in the middle here. I don't know who Step is, but he's just at the back here.
Oh,
it's Ellison. It's Ellison round. Oh, Maris and Pope going at it here at the front, of Maris losing out to his first position. Now Maris is really going to have to push here. Is there any damage on his car? I don't think so. But Maris losing out here. And what a start we've had here once again. As Step has left the session. So I think that was a... I think that was an imposter. But the Pope here, Evan, getting a brilliant start on Mares and... getting up into first position. Did I say Evan? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Because I was used to saying Evan. Now, oh, it's Julio getting close to the back of Mares. Jordy FIFA moving down the grid quite a lot there. But yeah, Froza getting a brilliant start, and Night Trauma's getting a brilliant start as well here.
I believe Hampton's disconnected or left the session.
I believe so. I believe he has, yes. But Maris is, Maris really going to have to be pushing on the back of
Victor into the pits.
On the back of Pope. Oh, Maris maybe looking for a move here on Pope. Maybe no, it was close. It's Julio. Ooh, who's that going wheel to wheel at the back? I think it was. It's Julio and RCH still having a battle here.
Contact between. I think it's Darren. I'm not too sure, but I saw an end plate fly off a car. I don't know which one it was.
Darren hasn't got any damage. Has anyone behind him got any damage? I can't see any damage at the moment here. Now, oh no, I think it's Brucey. I think Brucey's got front right damage. Oh, it's Julio getting the position back to RCA. Him and RCA really having a battle here. As Mares dropping back a little bit from the race leader. And Mares is really going to have to try and pull some out of the stops here to try and get his first position back. And try and go leading the championship into Abu Dhabi. Otherwise here, Natty, if it finishes as we are right now, they both, Pope and Mares, will be drawn points going into the last race of the season.
That would really make things interesting.
He's got DRS.
For the championship.
Ooh, is he going to get the move done? He's going around the outside. Oh, a little bit of grass. Can he get it done here? Oh, and I think he does! And a brilliant pass by Mares, and he gets the pass done back up into first position. What did you think of that pass there, Natty?
That was... I was riding on board, and that was really good, clean racing so far from the two leaders and championship contenders.
Definitely, and Jordi FIFA and Froza going wheel to wheel through that corner. Oh, side by side as they go up into the corner that I hate the most. Oh, a little bit of contact. A little bit of touching there at the rear and the front of each of the cars, but the Pope really sticking behind here, and it looks like it's going to be a big battle here for first and second, as both of these drivers are really going to be going at it here. And let's see. Oh, Mares trying to get out of Pope's shifting. Pope maybe going for an inside line. Late on the brakes. A brilliant pass back again from the Pope. What a pass. And Froza and Jordi FIFA. Froza getting back around Jordi FIFA and getting up into 7th position, but very late on the brakes there from Pope and Mares.
Are still side by side. Mares on the outside.
He's gone on the outside
still
again.
Side by side.
Oh, Mares slots it in front.
I think Pope just lifted up there. Didn't want to go side by side through turn 6. I think that is.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe, yeah, it looked like it. And Mares going back around the outside again on the same corner there, Natty. So finding a good line around the outside and then having that inside line going into turn 6. But there's a little bit of a battle here. It's Julio's actually keeping quite close behind here, Natty, between Pope and Mares, this battle up front, but the Pope again is gonna have DRS once again. He's gonna maybe look for an outside line this time, as both drivers going wheel to wheel. Can Mares hold it? No, the Pope might get it back here. Oh, a little bit of contact, but Mares gets the pass back again. Oh, look at it's Julio now. Natty coming into screen. Can he maybe take advantage?
There's contact at the back.
It's Nitromus.
Outside.
Nitromus is round. Let's have a look here. Oh, action is up front here at the moment, though. Natty is all these drivers a second between these front 3. It could be anyone. Oh, a little bit of contact in the back of Pope. It's Julio into the back of Pope, but I don't think there was any big contact between the drivers. Antonio's is quite close behind RC8. Siscon not far behind either. But look at these 3 up front here, Natty. A second between them all.
Top 5 even haven't changed positions from their qualifying position, and all within 4 seconds of each other. So it's really close after 5 laps. And I think Pope might have another look at the inside, maybe out a little bit later on the brakes.
He was looking so close. Oh, Tonio's round the outside of RC8 and managed to get the move done. Tonio's up into 4th position, and this is a way better start for him in this restart than it was. There's actually looks like maybe RC8 going for a move back down the inside. Oh no, I think Tonio's might have enough speed. He does. He has enough speed out of the corner. Got a really good exit there. And it looks like RC8 just backs off into that corner. You definitely do not want to be going wheel to wheel up there. Oh, it's Julio.
Move on Pope.
A bit of contact. There was a little bit of contact there, wheel to wheel, but I think
don't think there's any damage.
Doesn't seem to be any damage there. But it's Julio trying to get himself involved in the mix up front after he didn't have the best of starts either in the first stint of this race, but after the restart, he's had a brilliant start here, and is keeping up with these front runners. And look at Natty. Sorry, Natty. Look at the gap here to Pope and Mares opened out to a second just before that DRS. So Mares potentially maybe pulling away a little bit here. So it's going to be interesting here. Only a 1 stop in this race. So do you reckon it'll be around 7-8 laps here? Do you reckon, Natty, before they come into the pits?
Some people might try and stretch the soft tyres and gamble on a safety car. I reckon, I don't know, maybe 7-8 laps for the soft tyres. I'm not too sure. In the 25% races.
We'll have to have a look, because Mares, look at, he's opened up looks to be a bigger gap than it's actually showing us, but keeping his distance from Pope and keeping out of that DRS range. And it's Julio keeping close behind them as well. And there's still that battle for fourth here, Natty, between RCA and Siscon Antonios, all within a second of each other as well, battling for fourth position. I think it's Julio messed up a little bit on the exit of a Glock corner, as it looks like he's come in because he knew he fell back about a second and a half. Pope may be looking for a move here, and he doesn't. Ooh, it's so close behind. It's so close there behind Mares, but not a pass done. He's going to have DRS now. Will he make the move? I think Mares is just too quick for him. So this is where it's Julio comes out. I think it's Julio come out in 10th, I believe. RC8 pinning as well. So these two trying to get the undercut on a few of these drivers, and they're both coming out towards the back of the grid here.
So they'll be trying to push their medium tyres as hard as they can on their outlap, and see if they can jump Mares and Pope in the undercut strategy.
We'll have to see whether they can or not. It's Julio, maybe potentially one of the drivers that can do that. I think, did he have a penalty, Natty? Because he's down now behind RC8, but RC8 was behind him up before the pit stop. There
may have been a penalty, or he may have just had a front wing change. I don't know. I didn't see.
I didn't manage to see. Oh, Mares has come in. Has Pope followed him? No, the Pope has not followed him. So Mares in, the Pope stays out. So let's see what happens here, Natty, in terms of where Mares will come out. It seems to be a quick enough pit stop for him. Who else is coming in at the back there? I believe it's Frozer. Looks like he's coming as well. Looks like Mares taking no chances on those soft tyres and going straight onto the mediums.
It's Julio now coming through turn one. Mares has got quite a bit of a gap actually to it's Julio. I don't know whether there was a mistake on his outlap or whether he had a penalty in a pit stop, but the gap quite big to Mares now. Quite
big from Mares to Julio, but all of those drivers here, Natty, above Mares all have to make a pit stop. So it will be interesting to see when Pope will come in, and he must have thought that he must have been able to get a little bit more out of those soft tyres by doing maybe another extra lap. Oh, it's Julio picks up a 3-second time penalty. Will Pope come in? He does. Now let's have a look here, Natty, and see where he comes out.
The gap to Mares is 18.8 seconds. Our pit stop I think would take roughly 20 seconds maybe.
It may be a bit longer on this track due to the pit exit.
Maybe we'll have to.
Let's have a look here. I'm riding on with Pope at the moment. Let's see where Mares is. Mares has come round. Mares has crossed the line. Mares has across the line. Pope is coming out of the pits.
This is going to be. I think Mares is going to have him
so here. Close. Mares, I think, may have it.
He's got the lead.
He does. He has got that. Hampton hasn't pit yet, but Mares getting back out, and he's actually made a 1.5 second gap out of that early pit stop, Natty, to Pope behind him. But Mares won't be on as fresh a tyres as Pope behind him.
And the undercuts worked for him really well here. It's got the gap all the way up to 1.5 seconds rather than the 0.8 or something like what it was before.
Definitely, and it's going to be interesting to see. Let's see actually whether Hampton will come in. I think Hampton is actually, he lagged out, didn't he? So he's an AI, so I think.
Darren also staying out. Oh, he's gone onto the grass. A bit of that was close.
He's come
rejoining.
He is rejoined very dangerously there. Oh, and he's getting involved in. Darren needs to be careful here. Rejoining very unsafely. And looks like, Hampton's AI is coming to the pit stop. Mares getting fastest lap on those medium tyres. And look at the gap now. Look at the gap now here to Pope here, 1.8. So he's extending that gap even more to Pope behind him. And at the moment here, Natty, if it finishes as it is, the championship will go to Abu Dhabi.
Potential move for 5th place. It's Julio getting round her. Oh, there's a spin from Miss Julio.
No, it's Siscon. All the drivers have to go around him and in front of him as he rejoins the track. And that was a big spin for Siscon. And that's unfortunate for him, as he's going to be all the way now down in 10th position here. Oh, Darren runs really wide, so Darren needs to pit. Looks like he's struggling a little bit on those soft tyres.
Maybe he's waiting for a late safety car potentially to try and.
Maybe it looks like he could be trying to wait for one, but he's not gonna be able to wait too long, as there's only 7 laps to go. Sorry, in this race. Well, there now will be 6 as Mares comes across the line, and look at that gap now. 2 seconds, Mares has opened up that gap to Pope.
He's got a battle for 3rd here. RC looking for a potential move down the inside, maybe?
Ooh, he's got close. Tonios going a little bit wide, giving it enough space, though, it looked like, and Tonios getting the move back into 3rd position. And what
he's going to have the DRS.
Have the DRS down into turn 4, I believe this is, as he goes down. And will he get the pass done? And he does very nicely. I was just about to say, actually, here, Natty, that Tonio's getting a brilliant restart here, as he had such a poor start, a few collisions in the first race start that we had. And oh, it's Julio, a big Daniel Avocado style dive into that corner, and almost takes him as they go. Was that a little bit of a push there, maybe? Was that a little bit of a push there, maybe?
Not sure, but it's Julio completely cutting the corner.
Julio cutting the corner and coming straight across into Tonios. I think a little bit of anger taken out there. I think that looked like Natty there on Tonios. It came across and gave Tonios wing damage, and is now it's Julio now out of this race, and that surely must be a penalty for the final race of the season. Ooh, look at the gap! Look at the gap, Natty! 3 tenths!
It must have been a mistake from Mares. Oh, there's defending. Moving under braking.
That was very close, and Mares maybe must have made a little bit of a mistake, maybe somewhere along the line, and that gap back down to 3 tenths, and the battle is on. If Pope wins, Mares, that both of those drivers, Natty, will be going into the final race in Abu Dhabi on equal points. So it will be down to the final race of the season to see who will win here.
That would definitely make things interesting for the final race of the season, with 2 of the drivers on equal points. Still 5 laps to go, though, here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Pope and Mares only separated by 6 tenths. He's got the DRS open.
It's one of the closest battles we've got at the moment. I think the Pope really struggling to get an overtake on Mares. Mares showing a lot of pace here, especially on the straight lines. RC8, let's have a look here, actually. RC8 may try and go for a move on Tonios. Let's have a look here. Tonios defending. Tonios actually missing a front right end plate here. And Jordi FIFA and Froze are getting involved. And there's a battle for the podium here, Natty. As Tonios dropping back 12 seconds from the lead. So you can see that front end plate damage from Ince Julio really having an effect here on Tonios.
4 cars all battling for that final podium spot.
That was late
there's a move from Jordi FIFA's gone around.
Oh, there's a big crash as well.
Connected.
That was
RC's
huge.
round. Well, Jordi FIFA on the grass.
That was big there. Jordi FIFA, a late dive on who was it on? Was it on Frozo? Was it RCA? I think it was RCA, I believe. Late dive on RCA, and then Frozer got involved in the mix as he came round and hit into them. And how unfortunate, but that has given Tonios a big gap here to be able to maybe come around in 3rd place, especially with the damage that he's got, which will be slowing him down a lot. And DRS
now gaining on Mares. The gap now 1/10.
Oh, it's giving me such a bad camera angle.
Round the outside, maybe. They're still side by side.
They're going side by side here. Round. Oh, it's so close. One of them's going to have to back off into this corner, and I believe it. Yes, it's going to be Mares. So the Pope regains the lead, and this is going to be very, very close between these 2 drivers here.
So I believe Jordy FIFA just got past Darren for 8th place after the spin and the incident we had.
Oh, someone's got bad damage. It's RC8's got front right end plate damage. Does anybody else have any damage here? I believe Siscon's all right. Oh, Froza's really bad. That looks really bad there. The front left there, it's completely gone. Front left completely gone there. So that's very unfortunate, and it was all due to that late dive from Jordy FIFA into that high speed corner, which really isn't a good place to overtake here. Oh, someone ran wide. That was Frozen.
Mares will be going back at it at Pope. He's got the DRS. He moves
Mares
to the outside line again.
Around the outside.
Round the outside.
Is he going to get the move done? Maybe.
Pope's still there on the left hand side. I think he'll just tuck him
he's
behind.
got it. He has another great move, and it looks like the front two here really battling it out as they're coming around coming around towards the penultimate lap of this race here, and RC8 getting around Froza, and Froza really dropping back here due to this damage. Another thing to note here, Natty, Darren has not hit
there's
yet.
a late move from RC on Jordy FIFA. RC's gone round.
RC8's gone.
A really late move there on Jordy FIFA, and he just
Jordy FIFA
didn't see him coming.
So a couple of late moves there, maybe trying to get a late move back after Jordy FIFA made the late move on him there, maybe Natty. But something to note here, Natty, Darren doing 15 laps on the softs. Interesting. He's gonna have to pit this lap, otherwise he will be disqualified.
Yeah, I don't think his gamble maybe for the for a safety car has paid off.
Oh, it's Julio leaves. But that's interesting here, because I think there's going to be a lot of penalties given out here, Natty. One, especially for that It's Julio move across the grass. That was shocking. I think maybe both Jordy FIFA and RC will both be given penalties for their big late dive bombs that they may have done on each other. But someone in this race who left but is still running in ninth.
Just about to say,
it's his Step. Now, whether he's a driver or not,
Hampton's AI making up 9 positions
is in fourth position. Now, can Hampton's AI potentially get the 4th place for him? And is he gaining on? I don't think he's gaining on Tonio's. But look at the gap here again, Natty, up front. Less than a second between these drivers. I think all eyes are going to have to be on this battle up front here, as both drivers. Pope will have DRS again on the final lap. It's the final lap of this race, Natty. Who will get first?
Pope hasn't saved much of his DRS on the previous lap, but he's got the DRS wide open in hot lap mode. He's going to look round the outside again. A common move for the lead.
Wheel to wheel. Oh, they go wheel to wheel again in the same section of track. Both these going at it here. And Pope looked like he was going for a move down the inside. That was awfully close there between those two drivers.
That could have ended. Darren's been disqualified for
he didn't use
tyre compounds.
He didn't use the right tyre compounds, so Darren's been disqualified. Yeah, he will just have to pull over. So looks like Bruzy now will be in the mix here, and Step, who I don't even know if he's an actual driver or not, is going to be getting some points.
But through the penultimate corner, the Pope's not got the best run on Mares. I think Mares is going to have it.
I'm not sure. Was there any penalty? I don't know what penalties have been given here. I haven't checked the penalties, but I think Mares wins. Mares wins.
The fastest lap of the race as well.
Fastest lap. Must have been absolutely cooking that car at the end. Fastest lap of the race and wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Pope takes second, and what a battle we had there in that race, Natty, between those two drivers.
It was incredible.
Tonios will come round in third. After Hampton is AI. Yes, that is artificial intelligence, right? That is a computer, will finish in 4th. Siscon will take 5th after he had a bit of an incident at the start. Jordy FIFA will take 6th after he had a poor first race. Oh no, he finished in 7th actually. Frozen will take 6th. Step will take 7th, 8th. Mystery driver. Whether he's driving or not, God knows. RC8 will take 9th. Bruzy will take 10th. Night Dramas will take 11th. Ellison will take 12th. Victor will come round and take 13th, and Devil's Angel will go at the back there in 14th position. Just gonna find out for everyone whose step is, who the intruder is.
We've got Snoke is also joined with a.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are. Masters connections. Yeah. There's another glitch with the game. 2019 is very reliable. Yes. It wasn't. It was unfair in some cases and fair in the other. I mean, the restart had to happen. Blame Codemasters. If you want to complain at anyone, don't complain at other drivers. Go and complain at Codemasters, okay? That's what you really need to do at this point. But Mares will have first. Pope will take second. Tony Austin third. Hampton in fourth. Siscon in fifth. Froza in 6th, Jody FIFA in 7th, Step in 8th, whoever the friggin' hell he is. RC8 in 9th, Breezy in 10th, Nitramas in 11th, Ellison in 12th, Victor in 13th, Devil's Angel in 14th, and It's Julio crashed out in 15th, and Darren failed to use 2 tire compounds and finished out in 16th position.
Who are all these people joining?
Yeah, I don't believe these people are any of us. Gavra says he has no clue who Step is.
What about that was for the lead?
It was a brilliant battle for the
and all for the championship.
It is, and that Pope actually getting second will keep the championship alive. He wasn't actually. That Mares was actually on to win the championship, but after the race restart changed everything, and now Mares is actually gonna have to wait until Abu Dhabi to see whether he can get the championship here in the Academy League. But I think that we need a driver of the day. We need a driver of the day, Natty.
I'm seeing people go for Mars and Hunt.
Yes, we need a few guys. See, we put your driver that did nobody wasn't fair. Okay, should get postponed. Thank you for your comment. Both Mars and Pope. Someone said both Mars and Pope. I would probably agree. I think I would both give it to both Mars and Pope.
Definitely, their championship battle's been outstanding all season.
Who is lobby leader? I don't know. No, Travis is. But thank you everyone for watching. If you liked this, make sure you pop a like, go and subscribe to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel. We're getting ever so closer to that 1,000 subs. Thank you to Natty for jumping in into halfway into this stream, even though it was the start of the race, but we already had a race restart. Thanks to Evan, who isn't here, for doing the first race. Thanks to Gavra for doing all of this stuff. Thanks to everyone for racing. Thanks to Life. Oh no, I don't want to thank Life. Life's awful. But thanks. Make sure you go and pop Instagram and Twitter follow. Go and pop some questions in the Q&A chat for me, Natty, and Tuesday to answer in the podcast this Sunday. Make sure you go watch it. And yeah, we will see everyone tomorrow for GT Sport and Freshman League. See you later.